I was looking at the culture around us and society and trying to figure out what's stopping people from being more successful.
Most of you won't be successful because when you're studying and you get tired, you quit. And I'm here to tell you today, if you somebody came in my office the other day crying. I said, look, don't cry to give up, cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain, you already hurt, get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
If you got a dream, you got to protect it. And if you want something, go get it, period. I've wondered so many times, how did my mother know to say to me every day, son, you can do or be anything? That's the greatest gift I ever got in my life. That was permission to dream. So if you can do or be anything, all this other stuff will come. My mother saying to me, son, you can do or be anything. That was the generational transfer of a dream. It is you and your responsibility, you and your opportunity to create the life that you want for you and your family.
You know, this money thing is very interesting, you guys. It's very interesting because very few things are what they seem. As you get older and uglier like me, and my ears continue to grow, as I do that, I am more and more amazed at how dumb I was and how I really didn't understand that very few people who look like they have money actually do. The huge car, expensive car, the vastly expensive purse, the vastly expensive vacation on Instagram, the vastly expensive fill in the blank, are very seldom actual indicators of wealth.
Why do people who have a sincere, passionate interest to learn what it takes to be successful, why are they not finding success? And the reason is this: we are constantly bombarded with an ever increasingly sensational marketing gimmickry with claims about how you can get rich, get fit, get younger, get sexier, all overnight with very little effort for only 3 easy payments of $39.95.
And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep.
Particularly the first level of wealth. I would call the first level of wealth your first $10 million. You have a net worth of $1 to $10 million. The average person in that category is not average to start with. They're way above average, but the typical person, I guess you should say, typical family that has a $1 to $10 million net worth is very understated.
Where could you be in 10 or 12 years? Where would you like to be? And just as importantly, what are you doing right now today to get there? I made the second most important decision that I ever made in my life. That decision was, I'm going to become world-class at whatever I do with my life. Not good at it, not pretty good at it, but world-class at it. And let's define world-class and keep it simple. Right now,
you got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. You got to go days without, listen to me, you got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat. Beyonce said once she was on the set doing her thing, 3 days had gone by, she forgot she didn't eat. Because she was engaged. I never forget when 50 Cent was doing his movie, I did a little research on 50, and 50 said that when he wasn't doing the movie, he was doing the soundtrack. And they said, when do you sleep, 50? Sleep, he says sleep. Sleep is for those people who are broke.
Whatever business or industry that you're in, or business or industry that you aspire to be in, there's a conversation going on right now, and the question has come up, who's the best in the business? Somebody ought to say your name. Same conversation, same question. Who's the best in the business? If nobody says your name, then you got work to do. When that question comes up, who's the best in the business, the ultimate validation is when somebody who does not like you says your name.
I believe leadership is really a skill of influence. It is the most important skill that any human being can master. And I don't think of leadership as a position. I see it as a skill, a tool that all of us have to have. In other words, the quality of your life, I really believe, comes down to your level of leadership. Other people don't have to follow you to be a leader, but you have to live life on your terms. And the first person you have to influence is yourself. You know, whether you're fit or fat, whether your kids are, on drugs or not, is who has more influence, the guy on the street corner or you. Whether you're fit or fat is, can you influence your own hands, your own body, your own mind to do what's necessary?
And these commercial marketing gimmicks are taking people who really want to learn. I want to provide more for my family. I want to send my children to the great universities. I want to provide for a future for my parents. And they're pursuing these answers, and they're constantly being derailed and distracted.
So I think to be able to influence the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, and the actions of another human being, that's what leadership is. And quality leadership, obviously authentic leadership, is one where it's servant leadership. You're looking to influence those thoughts, feelings, emotions, and actions for a greater good, not just for yourself. And I think the people that master that are the people that you know about. I mean, they're the captains of industry. They're people that are celebrities because they've learned how to influence people. They are some of the greatest teachers, some of the greatest scientists, because you can't just come up with ideas. Ideas will die on your lips unless you become a person of influence, and that's what leadership is.
Tricked, fooled, bamboozled. And so I decided I just wanted to clear the clutter, bring us back to the truth, demystify what it really takes to be successful. And so that's the reason why we sat down to create, let's just get back to the very foundation in which all success is built on top of. And here's the reality. There is no silver bullet. There's no magic pill. And for God's sakes, people, there's no freaking secret that's been buried for 2,000 years by some covert society that's only been unearthed recently for worldwide revelation. So now you could just sit on your couch and imagine checks coming into your mailbox.